Search for Common Ground, widely known as Talking Drum Studio, is a peace-building organization working in Liberia since 1997. The organization has been changing the way people handle conflict, away from adversarial approach towards supportive solutions. It has been working with various sectors of the country, mitigating conflict and building peace.
Talking Drum Studio emerges from the legacy of Search for Common Ground that operated in Liberia from 1997 to present. Talking Drum Studio used to be the production house for Search for Common Ground. But as it stands, Talking Drum Studio now is a local entity that is coming with 20 years of experience in media production, communication for development, and they have worked in a lot of different areas, including education, gender, natural resource management.
Many Liberians see Talking Drum Studio as one of the key institutions that contributed to the peace that Liberia enjoys today. Though peace is being restored to Liberia, but the memories of what the war has caused still live on. The war, which lasted for 14 years beginning 1989 and ended in 2003, saw Liberians opening their eyes to violence, which was the order of the day.
War is not good. War brings step back. War brings a lot of things, a lot of delay.
During the war, about 250,000 people were killed. Women were raped, hundreds of thousands others harmed. Warlords recruited child soldiers to fuel the conflict. Tens of thousands of people were displaced. The full fright of the war, its cruelty, and all the backwardness the war has caused continue to remain as a serious mark for the West African state. The Civil War also destroyed the Liberian economy, which is now described by a very low development rate, high foreign and domestic debt burdens, with unemployment so alarming. There are still more broken pieces to be picked up. It is upon this backdrop that Talking Drum Studio is working to mend the broken hearts and help heal the wounds of some communities through the project Together for Liberia, healing from the past and for our future.
We are working in two of Liberia's 15 counties, that's Bong and Grand Bassa. In Grand Bassa, we are working specifically in Big Joe Town and Wiba. And for Bong County, we are also working in Nama and Burukbalai.
In meeting the key demands of the project, a team of Talking Drum Studio Liberia Peace Center staff visited all the project communities in the two counties to know exactly what the Civil War has caused and how together we can memorialize and heal the land. Madam Esther Walker is superintendent of Bong County. She gives her own experience of the civil crisis.
We're still going through the pain of the war. We are still going through the pain. It's our war that exposed us to the political fight. Today people are fighting. And the war exposed us to it. And nobody can gauge anyone reason why we fought. People will just say we were fighting war for what? Nobody knows their own reason.
From the Banga Administrative Building, the team drove to Nama through the Menikoma Highway. Finally, we are in Nama. This place hosts one of Liberia's military barracks. even though the barrack lies in ruins, but the wreckage and or extant buildings are still here. Both the barrack and the town suffer heavy casualties due to their closeness and their proximity and ideal location.
The very town suffer a whole lot. Because every faction come, they will want to invade the village. Because the soldier, one of the biggest killing barracks in the Liberia.
Maxwell Dolo, a citizen of Nama and former personnel of the Armed Forces of Liberia, is now serving as town chief.
To tell you particularly about Nama, massacre took place, they burned the town 4 times. After Yulimo came here, and some of the Jingo people were here, they say their people were killed. They burned the whole town. They burned the pellet people on the side. They left their home. So when the pellet people too came, they said, no, we're going to sit down, they won't happen. So they broke order among the horses.
C. Dolo Morba is youth leader of Nama. His father served the engineering battalion of the Armed Forces of Liberia while at the barrack in the 90s.
The time the rebel entered in Nima, the people used to come here and take the army from here. Sometimes we used to leave in the town. Sometimes they would bring truck. Sometimes 10 to 15 trucks. When they come, they say, all soldiers on board. My father was an engineer. He called us. He said, oh, they say we should go Nima to go and fight. And also they face some British force, we should go and face it. We all walked along with him. We came on the road, they pulled them in the car, in the truck was in line. Between February to March. Some of his friends used to go, they bring them. When they go, they come back, but we not, as for me, I not used to see him. So some citizens were getting concerned about him because he was citizen from the time. When I asked the general then, they say, oh, we saw your father. So after we did asking questions now, one of his friends came. They told us they killed your father.
On the 25th day, I was living in Nama here. I left earlier in the morning. I went on my farm. While coming back on the 26th of June, I heard a gun sound in Nama here. I ran back on my farm. I went, my wife, my 2 little sisters, everyone of them were in Harlem. I began finding them. After I found them, we had ourselves, we sleep. The next morning, one ATJLF baby was here by the name of King Mabia. I saw Mabia in the bush. He called me. He said, my man, come. I went to him. He said, I said, yeah. He said, where are people? I said, my people in the bush. So I went and called my people. As soon as we get together, my 2 little sisters were captured by them. So the rest that were here under the kitchen, they told my rest, they put it on my head. My mother, all the other group that were there, we all begin here to simplify in Nama here. When we came, I left my mother at my house. Then the path with me went in the barrel. NPFL killed 1 ATJLF papi with his wife. 2 civilians. The commander that led them to capture Nama here, he was called Otelo Kura and CO Dankwan. So the next morning, I went there, I saw the 2 bodies under the water tower. So that day, I was used as single barrel man. Then we took the 2 bodies, we buried them. So then they used all to save guys on the road here. After a few days, the 2 Zoe that were here, they killed them again. And we that were living here, those men really beat up. We told low brother, we beat red, they do organization to us. At the time, as soon as they see any young girl, the whole hall, that woman, they carry her, then we'll be living with them.
Each time they come, they will pull their flag off, their red flag. They say, we king, we're not king to kill civilians, we all are one. We want for everybody to come in the town. Now how can everybody start coming? People started coming. So they were here in the barrel, they used to come. They started forcing some of our sisters as soon as they come. When they see your sister, it's a young girl, they will force her. They carry her in the barrel. You agree, you don't agree, you go. So people started running again. We started going in the bush. We went in the bush. We used to be sleeping there. When you leave on your farm, you will just leave there. You will just see manpower. They will just kind of grab the young girls among you. They grab them. Then the young boys, they will kind of grab them and carry them in the barrel for training. We were getting used to each other because it was forced now. Some of them started burning, but some of our children, our sisters then. Later we left here, 1993. We started hearing about UNIMO. They called in the barrel. They said UNIMO is going to enter in Bong County. So how can they ring the bell? Because majority of them used to be in the town here. So they called for formation. All of them started running, they went in the barrel. They get the information, they say UNIMO want to attack Nama, Bong County as a whole. So how can the king, they get the information to the town chief that was here and the clan chief. So they made an announcement that all the men that in Nama should be going to safeguard to the Liberia and junction. So we always will go to safeguard to the junction. We were not having arms, but sometimes you just go, you take stage, you sit down with it. Single barrel men will be along with them. All the people that don't get armed, you sit down with them to the Liberia junction. UNIMO enter Bong County. After they enter Bong County, they came in Nama. So those army that were here charged us here, they ran away. UNIMO took over. After they took over, we were in the Liberia bushes. They still on here, they were calling. They said, you all that run away, you come by in the town. People started coming in the town. People started coming in the town. We came in the town. They said, send the town and charge lot of rebels run away. We don't want for the town, around the town to be bushy. You clean around all the town. The Hagan will start brushing all over. You should stay here so now you will see all the way to the barrel or even you see to the water side. After we got through brushing, then they said, each man, when you go in the bush, each man should bring 2 rafts. So we should go in the bush. You force to bring that raft. You bring your own, your friend bring your own. We all will come together, we pull it together, we give it to them. They make an announcement. People, we all were here. But some people were smart because the way now they were putting tension on people. Because when you go in the bush with your friend, if your friend is there, if your 10 you go in the bush, when you come your friend are there, they will start beating you. You have to produce your friend. After they call, they said everybody should come in the town. People came in the town, but other people were running, going in the bush, hiding themselves. Now they are planning to kill the citizens of Nama. They call, everybody came right in the center of the town, right there on the main road. After the king, the whole group came with arms. Those are king. They put them in line more than 80. They put them in line. So they were just in line. Their heart was not only that they were going to kill them. So they were in line from the main road there all the way to the market. They were standing in line. After they were standing in line, they said nobody is leaving from here. So the Hakan, some of them wanted to leave. There was no way now. All the men were in. All the people, we that were here, some of us finished running away now. The Hakan started firing them. He started firing them. All those that came in land, they killed all of them on the road. Their ballet were all on the road. We still on the bush. Their ballet were getting rotten. Here were getting bushy. The Hakan, Chatila soldier came by again. They started fighting them, and we were already in the bush. They were fighting them. They drilled them from here. They went. Later again, they started calling for the citizens, those around, to come by in the town. And it was hard for us to come in the town. It took a time for us to come. We came again. We started brushing the town. All here were bushes. The Hakan, the human beings, those that they killed, they are boom. We used to pack it. We used to pack it together. We pack it together. You should walk all over here, you see human being boom. All over human being boom. Started packing it together. We started building the horses that here. We started building it, lacking. They drove up from here. That one too, man. I said, I can't be here, walk coming every day with suffering for this. I will try by all means to go Guinea. If even I can stay there and die, no problem.
Before the war, Nama was well built by us. All the houses were together. There was no noise. The ATJLF lived in the camp. They used to come here, we share jokes together, we do all kind of things together, good. But as soon as the war came, everybody ran out. But we were the men that stayed in the town here to guard our town.
I would like for the government to improve the school system in Nama here in this community. To improve the school system because we left behind our children that we're born in. Let them go to school and learn more. Let them be educated at least. We will depend on them because the war made all to leave behind. And also the role, our role for them to face a role to come here to carry on some development in the town. Because the way the war spoiled our town, we suffer in the name of the barrier. So what we're supposed to get in the town is not what we're getting.
The people of Nama have since built a memorial site through the help of humanitarian entities at the outskirts of the town. The site is being built, but much care and attention is needed to keep the place up to date. Our stay in Nama was so amazing, and one might want to come back to make Nama a place to stay. This is the road that leads to Borobalai. Borobalai is in Jokola Electoral District 2 of Bong County. Borobalai is a Bala word which means spot used to dry salt. And because of the location and connectivity to other towns and surrounding villages within the terrain, Borobalai served as a point of attraction and refuge to thousands of citizens from either side of the divide during the civil crisis.
Then September 8, a group of surveilling citizens, soldiers, they came from Banga, they all were here with us.
Tedi hu kunwanga daga panga tiga kun diga goma tiga monga ba ta hwa ka ba nya tu ta hwa ga na nyinga ba pupu chama di ya ba ta hwa ga ba na nyinga pupu bo da ba tama ku ga ba kwa diana na ka po ba pana ga ku ku mwa dia.
Regrettably, this town faced a shocking moment when fighters loyal to the Liberia Peace Council LPC moved in the town, pretended to be fighters of the National Patriotic Front of Liberia, the NPFL.
We saw a group of the men come here. When they came that evening, they started arresting the boss. They said they came here on a war. So they arresting and they were carrying them back in Banga. They were chatting also here, but they can't here. They did their friend on the platform, but they can't here, they can't sit down here, they can't eat. So they relaxed here, they carry them back. So all that was also one day they carry them back for two.
None knew they are LPC soldiers, but the charter soldiers then were here with us from Banga. The soldiers that were in the town, they said holding them, tying them. They said, why you people do your men? We're suffering in Banga. You're eating your good food here. Why we're suffering in Banga? They were tying them, putting them in horses.
I saw that action myself. I got concerned. I said, something going on. Because a few days we've been here, we are not experiencing such things like this. So I got to take precaution. Now how I hate myself small. So before in the evening, we saw the soldier men going in the horses, taking the people out, carrying them over that rock. So I was sharpening them with cutlasses and ice. People were crying. So when we saw that situation, myself, I ran in the bush.
They never used going for that hour. But the soldiers then, they were sending to the entrance of the time. They said nobody leave the time. They left Kelly from 6 o'clock until it was in the evening time. Around about 7. They kill soldiers, they kill civilians.
When they start killing our people, they all they rock there. True, they're crying. As for me, I was in the time, but we run away in the bush.
They kill until it was in the night. They left killing until in the morning time. Those that were running in the bush going, they are the ones who were firing, then will go in the bush.
This rock, which was once used for satisfaction, was now turned to a slaughter spot. Blood of the dead corpses flowed from this rock on that day into Galilea, a creek just below the town, which was also used for drinking prior to the war, and it became a river of blood.
The next morning, I saw that action. The place was sitting presently. Here was in the cocoa bush at that time. The town had not received here. So that here, the other white people, those that chunk in the bush, I mean the body. The place was choking with him on body. So the blood rolled from up there to the creek there. Now how when the men finished carrying on their massacre, then they started saying, we are LPC. We are LPC. You people never knew that we are LPC. We come, we fool you. We finish with you. That Joy Bole saying out here we are LPC. That they were got to know that they were LPC because we all were in the color clothes. We didn't know the difference between us. So we realized that it was LPC. They started putting their LPC on the various horses that were here. So they left that day. They went. They were basically right to one other village over there they called Duata.
They seem to work on they did that near, they say they are near FUC. Myself, they arrest me in the bush. They carry me. The other men are on the phone, he say, he want me to be here with mama say, I end up explaining some things that are not well, are not reach a woman yet, but stay. They force me to carry me. And I went along with them. I was with them right here to Asan, the small village that behind here. Until we all went back, we traveled with them again, we went all the way in Bikano.
The people have all since returned to Burubalai and gathered all the bones of the dead and packed them into a trunk of a cotton tree. This is the trunk of the cotton tree in which the bones were packed as a memorial site initially. After the fall of the cotton tree, the people again gathered the bones from this trunk. And with the help of a humanitarian group, the people of Burubalai built this memorial site at the entrance of the town.
After packing all of this score, they gone 2009 when we were burying the score. We counted the score, we counted 800 score.
Today, the people of Burubalai are still living with the scars of the war. How can the wounds of the afflicted be healed when their lives have taken a downward trend and when so much is required to be done? But that's just it for our stay in Burubalai. Bassa County is the home of hospitality, and Honorable Janje Bagbe is the superintendent.
We have earmarked places that I think we need to construct a monument to memorialize those who lost their lives through massacre and civil war.
Janje, as he is widely known, is himself a victim and eyewitness of the saga of the civil crisis.
Well, actually, I'm a victim of that. I went to school in 1987 to Harvard Memorial Academy. That is in Hammonville. There was a mission that was built, and people were killed by LPC, the Liberia Peace Council. My father was the principal at the time. I remember seeing somebody from Red Region Town, a man walking, armless and harmless. He was taking right beyond the place and slaughter because probably somebody said he was doing so before. So that is a witness.
Big Joe Town in Grand Bassa County is one community that cannot be left untouched when mentioning areas in the country, specifically where wanton killing was carried out during the civil crisis. This town intersects Bong, riversets towards Sano in the southeast of the country, and Grand Bassa counties. It held one of the largest checkpoints during the civil crisis, and the checkpoint is still being used.
This was the Bogozone. So anybody that when he from So, they do you no work. When you from So, they do you no work. They kill the people there until they pack the body. They pack it on each other. They went higher almost 13 feet. So the Ring King, the whole thing messed up. When I came from Harbor, from Firestone, I make the body then round the horse. From the car road, all inside here, down to the green and all. Before I said, but then how I will enter in my house? I went and borrowed a shovel. I started putting the body then one side. But then you can't see the body lying on. God so bless me, one special forces came. He from Gambia. When he came, he saw a lot of soldiers were in the car. When I saw them, I was scared. I ran straight over there. I said, no, don't run, we can't to you. Come. But what are you doing here? I said, I claim they pray. His message, they pray for you. Man, we hell over Bia. I said, yeah. He shake his head. I said, okay. But I go and lock. I will come back. When he came from lock, my house was certified. He brought shovel, he brought digger, he brought wheelbarrow. Then he said, but this thing, you can't put it in the hole. Then he came to that well. He said, yeah, this is a dig well. Then I said, but boss, I alone cannot do the other job. He said, but it's hard for you. I said, yeah. He said, but who can do it for you? You do it. So, I don't want to hear, I pick it up in the gray, I go there with the wheelbarrow. They got a well somewhere around here. We post one a day by there. When I finish cleaning everything here, but man, they sing. You can't pay here to go so. That same man came back again, he brought medicine. Then the man said, the reason I told you to do all the job here, the people sending team to see where they body watch out that cave. So that's why we want clear the whole place so the people they can come, but the team coming. I said, oh, for true, but send the team coming now, the team, what you bring for me, it finish. The man bring some more. When he brought it, that time I was inside here now, cleaning. I told some boys in. I said, my man, when you want help, I will give you a 5 cup. We take everything off. We bring in the well. When we put in the well full. Then the man brought some kind of machine that can press the thing down. We press all the human being here down. We do it. They play full and the whole place was clear. Then we turn around, we go to the creek. The one that was in the water. We took it off. We brought it back in that same hole. We got to put our car. We do it all around here. There was so human being body rotting. So when we finished with it, then the man came. He said, okay, you did a good job. Then he said, how about in the fire? No day by there. I said, no. He said, you checking the ceiling? I said, the ceiling, I never checked that yet. He sent one soldier there. He said, go check in the ceiling. When the soldier checked the ceiling, nobody there because they carry light. He see nobody there. He came back. He said, okay. He said, how about around here? I said, we took all that boom from over there. He said, how about this side here? I said, we pack all that place. We went way over there. They got some kind of well over there. They have no horse there, but the soldier then broke it down. But the well is still there. They went in where they put somebody, they sent a long ladder down. The person went down with the ladder. The person came, the human being here over there, he brought fuel. So the man said, He brought fuse and he put it up and we bury it, bring it to his scene where.
But there are many others in Big Joe Town who've got their own experience.
Chatted he brought the war. In I say 1990, 91, 92, there was still chatted up. People from elsewhere came in the township. You pass in from Darwin Way. When you come your Gula, then you go by your ballot, then they kill you. More especially when FPC came, they say they killed the Eugene, the citizen from the rebel. When the two of them brought us, fire crash, people die. They having to dump us in the well, they having to dump us in the bush.
War is not good. And even since I born, that's my first time crossing war. Before the war, I was in a good condition. I was working with company, Lemingo, after Lanco left. But for the crisis, everything dissolved.
Well, last year before the war was fine. We were living in good condition. There was no embarrassment. We used to get our daily food every day. We used to sleep good. We used to walk about free. After the war, it's too hard. We in hardship, no job. We hardly get food to eat for our family to food.
Still in Grand Bassa County, the team moved from Big Joe Town to Buiba, another place that encountered gruesome killing. Buiba paid host to the Harris Memorial Institute, an institution operated by missionaries with boarding facilities for the students and teachers prior to the civil conflict.
Other people from Bong County, other people from around Liberia, over almost 1,000 students were here. The boy was done in front of the women done were here. Then we'll have a church and everything was going fine.
This place, during the civil crisis, housed thousands of people seeking refuge from Monrovia, Buchanan, and other surrounding towns and villages.
1992, APC took the position on this campus. They hauled from people from number 5 and number 4. They brought them. They packed them here. Baby, mother, and all, they killed them here. And they put them in the well there. They put the campus on fire. Some of the horse break behind here. They put everything on fire. They burn the town. We came there was no help.
This mission was set ablaze, leaving only this school building somewhat not touched. But the story of the people in this town, as you move from one person to the other, somewhat sounds the same but different according to their own experience.
Amuno de wa ponyo kini yo be sabo wa men so animala bi ayi re je te asin mo le nito ke àwọn ka be ti be APC na la we ti ke yan se zi la ke odo ba wa ni ran wa da ba ni papo wa wele bi fun ni ba kam tu ora bri mo e o ke aji ara ye aja fu yo ke ro kana ke osin.
With broken hearts, undisturbed minds, the past is still being remembered. The war is now behind every Liberian, but total reconciliation, healing, and memorialization still remain a great challenge.
So NGO came here in 2002. We packed the human being bones and packed them. And they took our pictures and they carried it. They said they were coming back. And since then, we hadn't seen them. No help for us. We don't have hospital.
And still, the war still fighting.
The lesson that I learned from the war brought destruction. It brought conflict among us. We used to be one. When you see your friend, as soon as they come to you, tell them, my man, go and make your friend right here pass. But this time, it is very hard. It is hard. Even to find a place to give it to somebody, it is hard.
The life today, we still facing problem with the life today because our people who they kill. Since that time, we still are seeking and ask or do all kinds of things, but nothing. So we still facing problem with the life because the situation is not fine on us.
Those who brought the war still leading. So I mean, for peace to come, be a little tough.
There are the ones now for more. You worry about I believe look out. Why we start to change? Because to work and you again you buy you many. Or you again you more. You make a can you say any magan you want see you. Get to one you again you say what buy you many so you worry now look out one now for why bought to then you never. Quay ra vào hủ ra đi, đó là cái nó money.
They should be punished, but we are looking at some of them now in government. Some of them are representatives, some of them are senators, some of them even was president. So a thing happen like that, we the victim. When we see those people, we can feel hurt. At least if somebody do something, like they say somebody steal something from here, get the person in jail, let the person feel some punishment and come back, then the person will think. But for somebody that support war and kill innocent people in Liberia, then they become representative. They come and sit down over all again. You think if you want to talk something, that thing will not be compromised because they are there. They're the one in the horse. So we want for, if even Liberia government can do a United Nations to come in and send those people to court.
The people are living a life that is full of regret and uncertainty. How can Liberians be healed from the past and for the future is something that everyone wants to see. Can this project be the bridge over the troubled waters, wherein people can memorialize and document just what has happened? The ball is in everyone's court. This too is Liberia. This is the only place we have. We need peace, reconciliation, healing and memorialization to better the land once called Sweet Land of Liberty. This project, Together for Liberia, Healing from the Past and for Our Future, is sponsored by Africa Transitional Justice Legacy Fund, and it is implemented by Talking Drum Studio, Liberia Peace Center,